Welcome to Company Hour number 2. So, let's talk college curriculums. Alright, because as you guys know, I am taking police science or criminal justice, and I'm struggling horribly with statistics, but I'm hopefully going to pass. We're in my last two phases of classes, y'all. Monday and Wednesday are the final two classes. Monday we have a lab and some other stuff. Wednesday we have the final exam, so y'all pray for me. Um, Now, the guts and glory of that is because I initially went to school for acting, and I found myself taking all kinds of things that have nothing to do with acting, like at all. And the acting classes themselves were just electives, and I think that's kind of reverse. All right, so I want to talk about that. So I'll promise not to take too much of your time, but I'm pretty sure that thinking that if you're going to go to school for acting, especially any college in America and any professional acting school, these are the things that you should be taught, in my opinion. You don't have to like it, you don't have to agree with it, but we're going to go there, okay? So the first thing you need to be taught is how to handle rejection. Maybe that might be the second thing. So let's scratch that. The first thing you probably need to be taught is what kind of actor are you trying to be? That should be the first assignment, is knowing what kind of actor you want to be. Do you want to be on the internet? Do you want to be a talk show host? Do you want to be a game show host? Because they're actors. Technically, they're actors. Do you want to be an action star? Do you want to be a drama star? Do you want to be a theater star? You know, there are a lot of options. B movies, um, Oscar-worthy movies. Know where your talent is. You know, and when someone tells you you're not good enough for this, I'm not going to say agree with them, but at least listen to them, because they don't know and you won't know until you try. I personally know that I am not a leading man material for any kind of theater. Now, if we do TV, there's no such thing as a non-leading man on TV, because there are people who steal scenes. You can be the scene stealer, and people might like you, and the next thing you know, work's going to be flowing in. You don't know how this works, but you need to be taught how this works. And when I was taking acting classes, I learned how to work the studio lights, and I learned my square and my X and stuff on things, and I know the difference between the co-star and the star, you know, because the star is the guy that's running the whole show. You know, the movie is based around that guy. The co-star is often set in the side characters or the motivator. Sometimes the co-star is actually the girl who's not only the side character but the motivator, also the love interest. Movies go in all different directions, which is another thing. Know what kind of genre movie you want to be in. I personally only like 3 genres, so I'm not really trying to do a lot of drama, you know. But all these classes should be offered. If you want to play a sci-fi hero, they should teach you how to be a sci-fi hero. They should give you one-liners. They should also, in all acting classes, I state this 1,000 times over, we should be able to work scenes, and we should learn the ins and outs of how movies work, how theater work, and how actors actually work. You know, we should know the forwards and the backwards, the left frames, the right frames. We should know everywhere when you get to that X. You know, your line is important, but what's more important is that you actually stand on that X, because if something is to go wrong because you overstepped your mark, you could get hurt in the process of filming, which is something that you have to understand. This does happen often, you know, and you have to be prepared for that. As an actor, you will sometimes do things that your character is supposed to do that you might not physically be able to do, which is why they hire stuntmen, you know, who are also actors or actors in training. And for the most part, the main work that they get is doing the stunts, making the stars look really, really good until it's their time to shine. And understand there are many different facets of acting, which should also be taught, instead of having all these nonsense ass electives that aren't really going to get you anywhere. Because here's the thing, if you're a good actor, you're going to research your role. But you're going to research your role before, during, and after you get the role. Okay? Now, I understand I said that you're going to research that role, but I can almost guarantee you, whoever is running the show, the producers, the directors, um, casting directors and stuff, they're going to put you in a training course for the character which you play. So if I'm playing Spider-Man, you know, any Spider-Man, they're gonna give me a rundown of everything I need to know about Spider-Man. You know, if I'm gonna be Miguel O'Hara, if I'm gonna be Ben Riley, if I'm gonna be Peter Parker, I'm gonna get a rundown. It's my job after I get that rundown to go do some Googling, some fact checking, to go pick up the source material so that I'll be ahead of the game when we start filming. You know, so I'm Miguel O'Hara. I know that my biological dad eventually is to be outed as Mr. Stone, who is my actual enemy throughout the whole saga. But I don't know I'm his son, but I do find out, and he doesn't know I'm his son. I don't know if he finds out because I can't remember. But you get the point. Also, Miguel O'Hara gets the hammer of Thor from an Avenger who keeps New Wavy straight. Alright? He's also from the 928, but there's another Miguel O'Hara from a different universe, and another. Multiverse is full of Miguel O'Haras, just like they're full of Peter Parkers. They are not so full of Ben Rileys. They're not so full of Kane Parkers. They're not so full of Joe Wades, because those are Scarlet Spiders who are clones. Clones are unique, so having a clone in the multiverse is a stretch. So if there's a clone in the 616, there may not be a clone of Ben Riley in the 928. There might not even be a Ben Riley in the 928. Or there's a Ben Riley in the 928 and he's probably 6 years old, has no relation to the Parkers or the Spiderweb. Right? As you all know, only one spider does not have spider senses, which is Miguel O'Hara. But he also was never bitten by a spider. His serum was poisoned by his number one rivalry at work, or his frenemy. So therefore, you need to have your research straight. So if you're going to be Miguel O'Hara, you're going to need to know that his research partner, who was jealous of him, decided to poison him while he was trying to cure himself from being mind controlled by Mr. Stone, aka Daddy Warbucks. He also told his mom that he was actually Spider-Man. So therefore, if Marvel gets a hold of this, they'll know I've actually done my research, because he's a cool-ass character, and he's one of the most underrated Spider-Men next to Spider-Punk. Anyway, that being said, and yes, FYI, Spider-Punk is the actual only real black Spider-Man. Okay? Miles is mixed. Miguel is mixed. So, therefore. Now, knowing that research can push you on to whatever else role you're going to take. Let's say in the 928, Danielle Moonstar is Danny Moonstar, but Danny Moonstar is a dude. He's a straight dude, bow and arrow, mutant, never became an X-Men. Just wondering. Let's say in the 616, I am Wyatt Wingfoot, the boyfriend of She-Hulk at one time. Let's say I am American Eagle. I am a traveler. I ride a motorcycle instead of a horse, because I'm down with that. I'm scared of horses. But, unfortunately, American Eagle... Sorry. American Eagle has a crossbow instead of a actual recurved bow, which is something I've never understood, but hey, I don't write the show or the comic. And you need to be taught these things, but you will be taught them when you get the role. So when you get the role, you need to be taught how to accept the role gracefully, how to, if you don't get the role, hold your head up high and walk off like a professional. You need to be taught these things. And all school curriculums, if you're going to teach acting, should do that versus making you have these things that you are never going to do. Now, if I'm going to play a scientist, yes, they're going to let me shadow some scientists. So I'll learn how to talk like a doctor, and they're going to let me shadow some doctors. They're going to do that. They're going to pay for that training. It comes with the role. They're going to do all the things I need, but it's my job as an actor to make sure I'm on point with that shit when that camera starts rolling. Yes, I know. I look nowhere close to being a doctor. I know. I look like I'm scruffy as hell. So, and I haven't shaved today. So that kills that. But at that same time, it's my job as an actor to go that extra mile. So when you see me play a doctor on TV, forceps, I'm going to know what a pair of forceps look like. Because I'm going to study that shit. Tweezers. I'm going to know what tweezers look like. Scalpel. I'm going to know what all that looks like. And I'm going to be on point when I'm on film. Because as an actor, that's my job. The college job should be to teach me how to do that. And then as an actor, once I get my little piece of paper that says I can act, It's my job to go out and get the job, which they should also teach me how to do auditions, teach me how to handle the rejection at the auditions. Let me understand that once I give up, then I know I screwed up. And I've been at this for 20 some odd years, and I haven't given up yet. I'm still fighting for my acting career. Don't get it twisted. I'm not done yet. Anyway, at the end of the day, schools need to teach you what you're going to school for. If you're going to school to be a doctor, they're not teaching you how to act. They're teaching you how to be a doctor. You need to take that stuff serious. If you're going to school to be a police officer, which means you're probably going to college so you can get rank, but you're going to school to be a police officer, so you're going to need to know the law backwards and forwards, and you're going to need to know what you can and cannot enforce. Understand? Because that's what you need to know to have the job. But you shouldn't have to do stuff that you're never going to use on the job. That being said, I am Echo Fan Grey Wolf. I hope that colleges hear this. I also hope that Marvel or someone hears this, sees this, and give me a job. That being said, again, I am Echo Fan Grey Wolf. Thank you for your time. Be seeing you.